Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is actually my first YouTube video that I have ever done, and I am both extremely excited for this new venture and a little bit nervous. I think anytime that you do something different or you make a career change or put yourself out there, especially on a public platform, it can be nerve-wracking and it can be scary. And, you don't know how it's going to be received. You don't know if you're going to be good at it. But I just knew that this was something that I've always wanted to try. This is something that I used to watch YouTube channels all the time and feel an admiration for the people and content creators that, were in charge of these channels, and would tell myself, man, I wish that I could do that. I wish that I had the confidence to do that. And over quarantine, I just woke up one day and was like, I am the only person in my way. There might be a million people that are doing the same thing as me, but I am still me. And, if I'm happy doing it, then at the end of the day, that's what should matter. And I think a lot of people often get in their way, with their own insecurities. They often count themselves out, and they say, there's too many people that are doing one thing. What's going to make them stand out versus other people? But because they never took that first step, they never know, and I don't want to live a life where I'm in regret or become a mom and, I'm telling my kids to pursue their own dreams and pursue their goals, but I never took the time to do that for myself, So to give you some background, this video is actually going to tell you about myself, tell you about, what I hope to achieve with this channel, and just give you some information about me, to get to know me. My name is Sammy. A lot of people call me samiikiins. That's just a nickname that I, got over the years. My mother is Filipino. She is from a place called Iloilo. And my dad is from the US. He is Italian and Polish. So I grew up in an interracial family. My parents met in the medical field. My mom was a nurse. My dad was a doctor. And, it was difficult growing up, because whenever you grow up, especially in an Asian household, or even in a household where people come from highly competitive fields, there's a lot of pressure to become an attorney, become a doctor, become an accountant, and not really do something that you're passionate about do something that meets societal norms. Especially as a woman, there's a lot of pressure to rely upon, the person you marry to provide for you and be the breadwinner. And so I spent my whole career working as a paralegal because I felt like that was a field that I needed to work in. And I was really good at it. I was really productive. I had a steady income. But at the end of the day, I wasn't feeling fulfilled. The only thing that I really, really loved about the work that I did was that I was helping others. And to me, no matter what I do in life, I always want to help others. But where I need to draw the line is spending my life to please others, which is what I was doing. I was choosing a career that wasn't bringing myself happiness. It was really just to please my parents and please, the society in which I grew up in. So I remember when I told my parents that I wanted to become a content creator. I was in quarantine, and I just woke up one day and, like I said earlier, I just had enough. I had finally built up the courage to say, you know what, I would rather try than not try at all. And I told my parents that I wanted to become a content creator, and they said, initially, oh my God, does that mean you're going to be showing your body? Are you going to be naked on the internet? What does this mean? There's just that generational gap. And it's funny to look back on right now because, I'm sure so many parents don't know what YouTube is, don't understand it, and they just grew up in a different era. And we know that that's not social media. There are certainly people in, the media and online that want to use their body, want to use photos of themselves in a suggestive way to gain followers. But that is not what content creation is about. That's not what YouTube is about. You know, it's about creating videos that you feel are relatable and helpful for others. And that is really what I hope my page is going to do. I have so many friends of mine that are stay-at-home moms, or they are just starting their own careers, or they're going back to school for a grad program or a master's degree. And I am so lucky to be surrounded by people that are following, you know, their own passions, their own hobbies, and not losing that individuality. As far as myself, you know, one thing that I've always been good at, and one thing that my friends have always come up to me about, is my application of makeup, my desire to constantly try out new products in skincare, try out new hairstyles. And it's just something that I've always had as a hobby. I've always wanted to find out affordable solutions for high-end products that I've liked. I've always wanted to know how to put on, you know, makeup for an event, how to put up makeup for work, or if I'm just going to the store and I really don't feel like putting on anything. And I think that there's been so many pages where, especially with professional makeup artists, where you get to see them review and perform these beautiful looks. But out of a practicality, a lot of the looks and the time that you need to spend take about an hour and a half. And most people, especially if you're working, I know up north when you're commuting to the city, it can be at least an hour to commute to the city. You're talking about adding an hour and a half on top of that to do full glam. And then breakfast, if you want to grab coffee or a donut on top of that, you know, that's not really sustainable. That's not really something that people are interested in. They may love the looks, but most people are getting their makeup done for an event if their makeup's going to take an hour and a half. They're not doing it themselves, and they want makeup. What they're looking for are really products that are going to last all day, products that are going to be affordable, that are in budget. And that's really what I want my focus to be. There have been a lot of things that I have done in my own time on the side where my friends are asking me how to do a quick look, how to do a quick recipe. And so that is what my page is going to be all about. I want to make sure that I am providing helpful tips, helpful tricks to you guys that will just make your life easier. I want me to help you make your life easier. So I hope that you tune in. This is definitely a new journey for me. I know as a female, you know, growing up, I was taught to allow men to be the breadwinner, allow men to provide for me and marry into that. You know, my mom was a beauty queen, so she cared a lot about how you looked and the type of people that you're around. And that's really, intimidating. It's really difficult to live up to those type of standards. And, but I do believe, despite tradition, that women don't have to give up anything, that, you know, they can continue to do hobbies even if they're a stay-at-home mom, that they can even have a business for working from home, or be an entrepreneur, and have a family and be a wife, that they can really do it all. And I don't believe in, you know, confining us to one particular box. I think that, you know, it's nice to be with a man who can provide for you, and it's nice to be in a partnership where you feel financially secure. But I have never been somebody to rely on another person to take care of me. I never want to be that way. And I always want to make sure that at the end of the day, no matter what partnership I'm in, no matter what career I'm doing, that I love what I do, and that in some way, what I do is providing a service for other people, is helping other people. So I don't know if this channel is going to be successful, but I do know that even if I can help one person gain that confidence to step out of the box that they're in or put themselves out there in some type of way, that I will be making a difference. And to me, that means success. So I hope you stay tuned. I hope you like, follow, or subscribe to my channel. And I am going to be paying attention to all of your comments. So I'm going to be making videos, and whatever I think you guys like, I'm going to do my best to make more content of. And I hope that everything I do will be able to make your life easier and just be helpful.